Hi everybody, this is Sarah doing her week 5 homework, I believe. Yes, week 5 assignment, idiolect. I would like to apologize if I look awful or sound awful. I'm very tired, just got home, so I got pain in my hands. Also, since I've had so much trouble getting the other YouTube video to load, which my fault, but it's still annoying, just in case, I'd like to go ahead and hold up my phone. It's backwards, but you can indeed see it is Sunday, February 24th at 10:02. Yep, waited to the last minute, my fault, but I just want to double check because I'd really like to get a grade for this. Okay, idiolect. Well, I luckily enough looked at the assignment at the beginning of the week, Tuesday I think, and had the week to be thinking about it even though I'm not turning it in until now. So I'm going to start with the 3 things that I think stick out the most as far as I see in my idiolect. I've got a couple of examples here and 3 computers in front of me. Alright. One of the first and most obvious things for me is that I have a harder R, which I will be writing down the symbols as soon as I get paper. I will write down the symbols to show I know what I mean, even though I don't always remember the right name for them. So, oh, there we go. It's backwards, but I'm sure you know what I mean. Okay, so having lived mostly in the South, I tend to have harder R's than some other people. Savannah is a great example, being British, of someone that has a very light R, if any at all. Any roticity. Yes. Still awake. Alright, so that's my first one. My second one, not really sure what this stems from, but when I was looking for a word that accurately showed how hard my R's can be, I thought of the word orange, and when I said it, I noticed that instead of saying orange, it's a little emphasized, but you get what I mean, I stick a schwa in there. Orange. Definitely a schwa. Not sure if that's typical, how the word is pronounced, but I just thought it was a really interesting point. Second one, something Jeff pointed out before I got IPA at all, or understood it at all, is the way I say my own name. Sarah instead of Sarah. Working with RP has really solidified me understanding. It made no sense. I'm tired. Bear with me. It really helped me understand exactly the difference, and I've become rather conscious of it. And even though I joke about changing my name to Sarah instead of Sarah, I think I'll stick with the way I say it. Another one that I think is pretty common, unless I'm focusing on my diction, which I tend to do too much when I try, is, replacing paper, can't see it. That's a D, not a B. Replacing, bear with me, I'm tired. Replacing the T sound with a D, which I think is pretty common. Stopped is one I thought of. I have more written down here. Butter. Butter is a good one. Technically it should be butter. I definitely say butter. Okay. The next one would be write this down. The ah sound I think I'm less rounded than some other people are. That it's a very emphasized sound for me. It's hard for me to imitate, but some people say cat. I tend to put much less rounding on it and say cat. In fact, I can feel the corners of my lips pulling back when I do it. Okay. I'm almost done. Let me double check my notes. One thing I found interesting that I noticed on the instruction sheet was that I conflate the E and I sounds in words like feel, and I really don't think I'd do that. I've heard other people do it, and until the last probably 6 months or so, when I'm getting a lot better with IPA, didn't notice it. But once you, Jeff, pointed it out in class several times, I really started to notice that I'm pretty sure I say feel, real, steal, not fill, real, still. Last thing I'm a little skeptical about, but I think my O sounds are a little different than a typical Southern accent. I don't know how to explain it, except that I've always felt like it sounded more like a Midwestern O, which my parents are both from the Midwest and have pretty half and half Midwestern and Southern accents because that's where they spent their lives. And I often get complimented on how I pronounce them more like someone would in the Midwest. But since I can't pinpoint that, I'm not sure if I'm making it up in my head or if there actually is a difference there. Okay, I'm sure I could find more things if I really thought about it, but this is what I produced after a week of pondering and noticing my own speech. Again, I've said it a million times, but I'm really sorry if this seemed like I was rambling. I am very tired. I've been building props all day. So, gonna try to get this to you. I hope eLearner will upload it so I don't have to deal with YouTube because it doesn't like me. And I will see you guys tomorrow if I wake up. Alright? Bye, guys.